Okay, now there we go. Had to switch headsets, folks, so that's started reason of the new stream. And of course had technical difficulties with audio levels and all that good fun stuff. I don't know why Windows decides it wants to turn everything back up to full max. But anyhow, we're still on ATS multiplayer. Hopefully, oh, I had to restart it too, so we should still be in the server. So let's get our screen switched back over here. It should recognize our game. There we are. Alright, so go ahead and get logged into the server and let's find us another load. Hopefully my audio levels are okay. Two different headsets and they're both different brands, so we'll hope for the best, right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and see if we don't have a garage around here or a repair facility. How are we doing on fuel? We're okay on fuel, so let's just find a load and get rolling. Oh, wait a minute. Get my headlights back on. I know it's daylight, but God forbid I don't have them on. So from the Dalles. Ooh, not many options, is there? Well, I say not many options. That pays a pretty penny. $113 a mile, I'll take it. Yeah, we're just gonna take it. We're not even gonna question it. Yeah, I've got the truck. Speaking of that, let's fix that real quick. We don't need the heavy cargo warning screen. I know the old girl can do it. She might complain a little. Let's see here, got a couple people in the neighborhood. Get our old sports car turned around here. How come we couldn't just take this one? A log loader. Oh well. We know the other one's paying good money. So let's go do that. Truck following us back there. No. Just a shadow in my imagination. I'll need that on. Oop, turn. Don't want to start the stream off with whacking curbs and guardrails and everything else. Already been lucky once. Brakes. Oh, they are. Smell that fresh farm air. Hope you cows have been shitting roses. Oh, sorry. Excuse my language on that one. Alright. We'll take it. We'll get it there in at least one piece, maybe two. So where's this little devil at? Over here. Ooh, we can almost go out that way too. I think I'm gonna go the other way though. Get that out of reverse. So let's get an idea of our route here real fast. Down that squirrely road, through a bend. Oh, we're gonna go down 97 for a while. Alright. I'm in. Get our little flashies on. Alright. One turn down. We got another guy coming in, let's see. We're going to run through each other, dude. Let's get on over here where we belong. Nobody around. Glad nobody's around. I'm gonna take this nice and wide. What was this thing we're hauling here? Crawler. Alright. Alright, so we're going to take us a nice little journey. 18-hour ride. Dragged us crawler to where we're going. How much does this thing weigh? Oh, 55,000? Heck, you could have just put that on an RG and we'd be done. But it is what it is. Splitting them gears. Hope those that are watching are having a good evening or morning. Kind of what my case is right now. Ooh, easy. Scoot my chair up a little here. Let me get a little scenic view for a second here. And back in the cab we go. Sorry, I cannot drive, especially on these curves, outside this truck. I don't know why I can't do it on this game, but I cannot do it. Now on our fuel gauge here. We're gonna need to pick a big truck stop. Get some go-go. Get that go-go juice in the truck. What I forgot to do, grab a snack. I'll grab one here in a bit. Meant to do that while I was off stream, but technical difficulties got in the way of that, obviously. They got in there. We're alright on fuel though. We'll keep riding for a while. It'll be another big truck stop. Hey, Baffles. Good to see you back, man. We got ourselves a little load here. I don't even know why they put this on a two-piece trailer, but we got us a, let's see, what's it called? A crawler tractor. I don't know if you'll be able to take a look or not, but I'll pop out here for just a second. Gotta take this exit. That's what we got on right now. Whoa! Jesus! Okay, I shouldn't have done that. They're gonna take that out of my paycheck, aren't they? We'll find a more respectable stop. You can actually see that. Why did it run me through town? Yeah, that made no sense. It's gonna put me right back on the freeway. Oh well. Let's see here. Nice, dude, nice. Yeah, keep your eyes on that road, man. That's the more important thing. Alright, here's a little straightaway. We'll do it here real quick. Got that little track crawler. That don't even look like a real tractor in a way, does it? I don't even know why they put that on this trailer. I could just put on a regular RGN and been done with, right? Oh, come on, let me go, let me go. We don't want to do 45, do we? Yeah, dude, I thought about jumping on my single player and see about taking a run to Oklahoma, but I couldn't remember where I was already at. Probably would have been a super long ride. Nah, I think they didn't skin it properly and whatnot because they don't have the licensing and whatnot, right? I remember playing some of the other trucking games that SCS came out with many years ago, like Hard Truck, 18 Wheels of Steel. My favorite was Across America, Convoy. Man, none of them trucks had a brand. They kind of looked like a Peterbilt or a Kenworth or something, you know, looked kind of half recognizable, but they had to skin it just a little different to make sure it wasn't a Peterbilt, you know. I don't know if you ever played any of them or not. Had a lot of fun. Put many hours on a laptop playing those back when I drove over the road. I drove for a company. We'll just say their main office is out of Indianapolis, and they're not in business no more, but I'm not going to give it away much more than that. And I remember sitting in their office, well, the terminal parking lot basically, for like 2.5 days waiting for a load, and I hung out in the lounge so I could play on my laptop without having to run an inverter. I put a lot of hours just in a few days, you know, sitting there with my thumb up my tail. Oh, that would have been a good fuel stop too. Well, we're gonna find a big truck stop. It's a shame they didn't get all the naming for all the truck stops, you know, because instead of Loves, it's Hearts. I mean, me and you know the difference. So how many years you been driving a big truck, man? For me, it's been since 2003. I started off as a cartage driver working on the airport, Dallas Fort Worth Airport. And before I started driving big trucks, I drove a wrecker for about 6 months, I guess, or so. I hauled to some places I didn't like going to. My first year driving over the road, man, I drove from Dallas to Manhattan, New York City every freaking week. Man, you talk about a hassle, but I had that run down to a pat, man. I'd be gone for 5 days and that was it. And you know how long a drive that is. Oh, you drove for TMC. Man, they got some sweet trucks. It's a shame they're a flatbed company, because I hate tarps. I hate tarping with a passion. But man, they've had some nice trucks, man. I remember back when they had 379s. Man, they were nice rides. And then they had 389s for a while, and now they're driving those anteater hoods. At least it's better than a cab over, I guess. Oh, this is the first game, huh? Yeah, I know I'm kind of mixing reading and I'm having to glance over and look. Yeah, I've been playing computer games since I was 15, maybe younger than that. I'm 38 now. I used to play some interesting car games, racing games like Need for Speed. I know you've heard those titles before. Need for Speed, I had NASCAR. NASCAR was the only game my dad ever played on a computer. He would play mine, and the first thing he would do is he'd put everybody in the wall. He'd spin them out or put them in the wall, one of the two. Oh yeah, you gotta have a long hood if you're gonna drive a truck like that, you know. Might as well do it in style. It was like a buddy of mine said. I told him he told me I needed to drive this 379 that his uncle had, and I worked for his uncle. And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I said, I don't know if I want to drive that old 379. I said, it's got a long hood, man. It's hard to turn. He goes, well, I might have a long hood. He goes, but I can tell you this. He goes, you look cool doing it. I'm like, oh shit. Not sure if I want to look cool. I'll tell you one thing, I drove one and man, I fell in love. Fell in love with it. I didn't grow up on a farm. I'll be honest with you. I wished I did. As much country music as I love to sing. I thought about doing that in my stream, singing country music. Kind of hard to sing with this garbage I have playing. Copyright free music is all it is. I usually upload these to YouTube, as long as I don't get too bad in the cussing or something like that, which I usually do pretty good. Yeah, man, when I was a kid, I didn't really have much games. I remember having an Atari, and I thought Pac-Man and Donkey Kong was like this shit. I thought that was cool. And then I think it was around the time I don't know, I was probably about 10 or 11 or something like that. My parents bought me a Nintendo, one of the old Nintendos. And I used to have a blast playing Mario Brothers and Top Gun. I thought Top Gun was cool. Hey Highlander, Highlander, guess you pronounce the R in that. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I remember when I first started driving trucks. I drove the FLD, the 120s. They had kind of the longer hood, longer than what they are now. And I thought that was, you know, a pretty nice truck, man. But then when I started driving a Pete, man, I was like, oh my God, I love it. And then my buddy bought this KW. He bought that 07. It's got a 102-inch sleeper. It's like a 311 foot wheelbase on that thing. He took me for a ride. We just bobtailed around the block more or less. Well, a 10-mile block. And man, that thing rode so smooth. I mean, it was just awesome. I'm like, oh man, I love it. Oh yeah? You been playing multiplayer there, Highlander, or single player? And I'm doing good myself. Thank you for asking. So yeah, I've had some pretty cool experiences in a big truck. Man, I've seen some nasty wrecks. Some I wish couldn't remember. I wish I could just forget them. I mean, the worst wreck I saw was in 2004, and I can still picture it to this day. I mean, it was 4 white sheets on the middle, in the median, where people had died. It was bad. Yeah, the big hoods ride like a Cadillac. Yeah, that KW, man, that thing rides so smooth. I couldn't believe it. I mean, for bobtailing it rode smooth. I was like, oh my god. That's cool, Highlander. Yeah, when I first started playing ATS here, I used to play nothing but single player, and then I got into multiplayer, and what I didn't like was there was hardly anybody playing multiplayer on the ATS side. So I bought the Euro truck just to have that fun feel of a whole bunch of people. Man, did I learn something. Man, there was more trolls over there than you know what to do with, man. But it was still fun, different territory. I go back and forth now and then to ETS, and just to have something a little different now and then. But man, I love ATS, man. It's a blast. Yeah, man, we've all seen something we wish we wouldn't have never seen. I've seen several bad wrecks. Seen a lot of mild wrecks. And man, it's nothing like, you know, being told you're number one at least 5 times a day. If you're in the Northeast, it's 15. I mean, it's an awesome feeling. So how much multiplayer do you do there, Highlander? Yeah, baffles also too. When I drove a wrecker, man, I saw some really nasty wrecks then too, man. Oh damn, Highlander, that sucks. I hope you're doing better from being in the hospital, man. That crap sucks. I spent about 4 nights in the hospital back in November. Had to have my gallbladder removed, not by choice, but you know, it had to be done, I guess. Ended up with a gallbladder full of BBs, basically. So I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're feeling better, or whatever your scenario might have been. I just hope you're doing good from it. There's a party up here on this freeway. Oh man, when I drove the wrecker, I couldn't tell you the number of times that I had to assist the fire department with cutting open a car, or just dealing with what was left of a cut open car that was just full of blood. Oh, we probably better get off this subject, man. We're gonna both have nightmares. Oh. On an ECMO machine? Oh damn, I'm not even sure what kind of machine that is, dude, but it doesn't sound good. My dad, right before he passed away, they did a trachea on him, and he was on basically a living machine until he passed away. So that stuff's rough. Yeah, Baffles, once ATS started getting popular, man, I came back to multiplayer, and I've only played single player because when I was running with Spider and them a few nights ago, they were talking about the coast to coast and everything, and I was wondering if it was any better than it was back in the day. So I went and checked it out. I got that, and the Canada Dream, and all the Mexico stuff. It's a little better, but it's nothing like the beauty we see of all this right here. But it does give you a little bit more to explore, but I don't know how much I'll really play of it. Oh, it's a heart and lung machine, man. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, Heartlander. As far as the DLCs I have, dude, I think I have every DLC between ATS and ETS. I have all the maps. I I had like the skin paint jobs, the trailer paint jobs. They had them all on sale, and I just said to hell with it, and I bought them all, you know. So I've got them all. Oh, did he? Okay. I didn't have time to check him out yesterday. I had a real bad migraine yesterday, so I just kind of hung out and didn't really do anything. I think I did play single player one of those days. I'm not sure. Did he just get just the coast to coast, or did he get all the Canada and Mexico as well? Yeah, I was on the paint schemes there, Highlander. I wasn't sure if I really wanted them, and the only reason I say that is just I'll never use them. Like on ATS, I like the classic paint job one, which I thought about doing with this truck, and instead I went with this cowboy theme, which I like really well, and I'm just gonna kind of leave it that way for now. I ever get a different truck, I may go with the classic paint or something like that. But a lot of those other ones, like the dragon themes and stuff like that, they're cool, but I don't know if I'd really ever use them, or if I did, it would only be here or there, you know. But the only reason I really actually got a lot of the paint schemes is because in multiplayer, I have actually seen YouTube videos where someone was around somebody else that had one of the DLC skins, and you couldn't see any paint job on it at all. It looked like basically like a plain white paint job, and it said buy the blah 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 DLC. So I decided just to go ahead and get them all when they were on sale, just that way if somebody else was using it, at least I got to see it instead of something plain Jane that said go buy me, you know. Oh, so he did get everything. Alright. Yeah, Baffles, if we can get on one day, like in Discord, I can even pull you into my, I can invite you into my Discord server too, and we'll just get into like a voice chat, and I could probably help you out with that. I can also DM you the link of a video that I watched, and he not only gave you all the download links, only one didn't work, and I googled it and I got a newer version of it, but he also goes into the game and shows you what order to put it in, all on the same YouTube video, and that might be the better way to go. But I'll definitely try to help you out with it, man, if you want. Yeah, most of them are just white if you don't have that DLC. I did see one that was, it was a trailer skin, and it said buy the whatever it was DLC to see that skin. And that's the only downside to it. I wanted to be able to see it, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's got a cool skin, why not, right? And when it was on sale, and when I say it was on sale, I think they were like 50 cents a piece or something like that for each one. I mean, it added up after a while, but it beat the crap out of paying $2 a piece for them. Alright, Baffles, yeah, when I get done with this stream, I think this is probably going to be my last run. I don't know, we'll see. I was starting to get tired when I started, but I woke back up talking to you guys. But when I get done streaming, regardless, either tonight or tomorrow, well, it already is tomorrow, but when I get up, either before I go to sleep or once I get up, after I get up, not before, I'll definitely DM you that YouTube link, and you can go check that out. And if you just follow him, to the T, you should be good to go. You'll have to unzip a few of them, and that's probably the part he won't explain. And if anything, I can explain that to you later on. If you want to just go watch the video, grab all of the DLCs. There's only like, I mean not DLCs, mods. There's only like 2 you won't need. So, because one of them you have to pay for. The guy says it's a great buy, but I just don't see the point in spending the money on it, because the downside is that it has got to be updated, and you'll get the update for free, but I don't know. I try not to pay for mods. Nothing against the modders or anything like that, but I really want to see what I'm buying first, if that makes sense. So Highlander, how much ATS do you normally play? You know, either by the day, week, month, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just how often do you play it? Okay, like a couple hours a day. That's cool. I don't play every day, and I don't stream every day either. I don't even have a schedule. The reason I don't have a schedule is because my work schedule doesn't even have a schedule. I go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. I never know when I'm getting off work. I might get off as early as 5, which is a full day for most people. A lot of times I work till 11, 12 o'clock at night. I put 12 to 16 hours a day in. And that's Monday through Friday. And then my weekends are just kind of sporadic, you know. I mean, I do have a girlfriend that I go and hang out with some, or, you know, just I got other things I got to do. I drive a truck for a living. It's not a semi, it's a pickup, but it's still a work truck, and I own it, and I have to maintain it. So when the weekend comes around, it's time to fix all the broke parts and put new oil in it, you know. But when I do get on here, man, I sometimes I stream for multiple hours. I did one for 4 hours, did a multi-stream with another guy for about 4 hours, and tonight, I don't remember how long I've been streaming. I think it was almost 3 hours before I had to shut my stream off because I had to switch headsets because my headset died. So it was about 3 hours maybe, and then here I am again. Let's see, and I've been streaming for 45 minutes. I'll be on here for at least another half hour, probably, maybe more. Oh, you're on disability? Man, that sucks. You know, there's gamers out there that dream that they could just sit here and play these games all day long and never had to have a care in the world, but they don't realize that how much that taxes on your brain if it, you know, if that makes sense. And I understand what you're talking about, playing this game or other games as well, to keep things off your mind, because I do that as well. I get severe headaches and migraines sometimes, and sometimes most of my headaches aren't too bad, so playing a game, it just kind of keeps my mind off the headache. Like right now I've got a headache, but it's nothing big. I'm not really paying attention to it till that guy blew his horn at me. But that's cool. I mean, it's part of the game. It's the way it is. Okay, Baffles. Yeah, I'll be able to explain that to you. We'll have to, like I said, we'll get into Discord. We'll get into a voice chat together. We can either do it through DM or we can just pick a channel. Like I said, you can come over to my Discord server. It's pretty quiet, so we ain't got to worry about nobody barging in on us, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I can get you helped out with that, man. Oh, your cats are trying to help you type. Me and my roommate, which my roommate is also a friend of mine, he's nice enough to let me rent a room and whatnot. I don't really like paying rent, but if I'm gonna pay rent, I'd rather help a bro out, you know. He's got 2 dogs. When I moved in with him, we had one, a little Papillon, and then he got another dog. Oh, no, he got a cat first, and then another dog. And when he goes out in the truck, he takes both dogs with him, and then he leaves the cat here with me. But the cool thing is, she doesn't come to my side of the place, the house, mainly because she's coming here at 4 o'clock in the morning and got keys thrown at her, so she stays away from me. She's a lovable cat, but she's annoying at 4 o'clock in the morning, meowing at me. And I'm not against cats. I like cats. I'm more of a dog person, but I can tolerate cats. Yeah, Baffles, we'll get you all set up, man. And I'll tell you something as well. I don't know if you've already doing this in your ATS, and same thing if you ever do play ETS. The better thing I found to do is to have two different profiles. I know it kind of sucks, but they can get corrupted against each other if you go back and forth. If you have one profile and you go back and forth between multiplayer and single player with mods, you'll run into errors and stuff. You'll be better off to have a separate profile. I know it kind of sucks, but that's what I do. My single player profile, I didn't cheat it or anything like that. I'm truly like level 35 or something like that. I've got like 60 trucks with drivers in them. I did own a bunch of trailers, but I sold them off to buy more trucks. Hell, I got drivers making $65,000 on loads without owning a trailer. So just imagine what it'll be like once I own a trailer. As far as yeah, it does mess up the profilers there, Highlander. I wanted to get to that first. Other games I play, I stream Farm Sim 19. I do play 17 still. I don't stream it, but I might. I also play World of Warcraft, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider. I play quite a large variety of games, and I'm up for trying games out that interest me. I'm not real big on like the first person shooters like Call of Duty and stuff like that. It doesn't tickle my fancy. I love shooting guns, but I don't know why on a computer game I don't get into it. I think it's the one-on-one that I don't like. If I'm gonna be shooting at somebody, I'd rather shoot at a criminal. But you know, I'm not against it either. I mean, it's a game. It's for fun. What other games do you play there, Highlander? A little late on that horn. Okay. I also do edit mods as well. I was actually testing a map mod here recently on 19, and I was streaming it for a little while. I've been trying to get a hold of the modder to take care of some issues that I found with it. I was able to go in and correct them for myself just to continue testing, but I need him to go in and correct them himself, as you know, and he's learning, so was asking me for help, and I was providing help, and then he disappeared for 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I heard from him, I think, so I don't know what's going on with him, so I kind of set it to the side, but I haven't disbanded altogether. I did modding back in 17 as well. I took a map that I liked and kind of made it something more of what I liked, and never really finished it. 19 dropped and started playing on 19. At first didn't like it, then I kind of, you know, it wore on me a little bit. And then I did convert my map that I started fooling around with, even though it's not technically mine because it's, you know, somebody else's original map. And I did convert it, and I started converting buildings and started having problems with textures, and everything was new at 19 at the time, so I just set it to the side and just played the game. You know, some of the modding that I haven't done is I wouldn't mind getting into, you know, modding for ATS and whatnot. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Mud Runner, I was watching a guy play Mud Runner earlier today for a little while, and man, that looks like a fun little game. And I meant to go look for it on Steam and see how bad the damage is to buy that boy, but that looks like a pretty fun game, and it looks fairly realistic. I could be wrong. I'm playing on a keyboard. I may hate it. And as far as the Tomb Raiders, I do have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I started playing it and I was having problems with it. It was glitching on me. And I did finally get past a certain part, and then by the time I got the next part, it was bedtime for me. You know, working 12 plus hours a day, you don't get a whole lot of time to play on a computer, if at all. And I never went back to it, and then all the other old Tomb Raiders went on sale, and I bought them a while back. So I've got like Tomb Raider 1 through 4 and Shadow, and I don't know, I got like 5 or 6 of them things now, and I need to go play them. Oh, another couple more games that I do have. I do have Car Mechanic Simulator 15 and 18. I think that's the right one. 18, I plan on maybe streaming that a little bit just for something different. More because it's slow paced and stuff like that. I don't have to, like right now it's hard. It's not hard for me to stream this and keep up with chat, but it would definitely be easier if I was playing, you know, Car Mechanic Simulator or something different. But I've got that. I also bought the Diesel Brothers simulator deal. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Hold on. What was that all about, guys?
My controller is disconnected. I'm sorry.
Alright. I mean, if it was an accident, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure, you know, people troll sometimes.
Yeah, man. Nah, my controller came disconnected. I'm sorry.
Alright, y'all have a good night. Be careful.
Keep her safe, but
What the hell? Is your controller still acting up right here? Yeah, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I'm not sure who was having the issue there. I'm just gonna go and just get away from them. They claim it was an accident, so I'm gonna let it go. But yeah, I think that was a troll. Especially that one that swiped back around and hit me a second time. I think that was a troll. Let's see how bad we did here. Trucks at 7%, loads at 3%. That's just wonderful. I had a guy really do me up one night driving a car. Man, he damaged me like 50% of the load was damaged. And I reported him, he got banned for it. And I hate to report people, but you know, that was just uncalled for. Anyway, sorry I got sidetracked with that. Alright, Highlander, mechanic. I have 3 different ones. I have Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 and 2018. Obviously 2018 is the newer one. It has better graphics. It's got a lot more. It has a crap ton of DLCs for like different vehicles and stuff like that. The third one's called Truck Mechanic Simulator 15 or something in that neighborhood. I can't remember the year on it, if it even has a year. I was highly disappointed in it. It was crappy graphics, not a whole lot of parts to change, but it was different. So the Car Mechanic Simulator, man, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to explain it that great, but the Car Mechanic Simulator, man, you can basically disassemble a car almost to a frame and rebuild it. You start out, of course, you don't have a whole lot of money, so you're just doing like basic mechanic jobs. Somebody comes up and says, alright, yeah, my car doesn't stop. Alright, well, you go work on the brakes. And, you know, eventually you get enough money and level, you get your tools and, you know, upgrading your tools and stuff like that. I've gotten to the point now to where I don't really do a whole, there's a story mode in there, I still do that. Other than that, I just work on my own stuff. I go to either to the junkyard or to barns or even the auction, and I buy cars and I rebuild them and I sell them for a profit. Well, I keep a few. You know, I got a Mach 1 Mustang. I've got and that's in game. I do have some modded stuff in there too, but I have a Mach 1 Mustang that I kept. I think I have another Mustang, but it's not called a Mustang, but it looks kind of like a fastback. So it's got quite a bit of stuff in there. I mean, it's just, you know, if you're unsure about it, I mean, maybe I'll try to stream it here soon. Feel free to follow me. Maybe I'll stream it. I thought about streaming. I just don't know how interested people would be in that. There are definitely a bunch of YouTube videos out there you could check out too, and I thought about just recording and throwing them on YouTube. So it's actually a pretty decent game. It's got a lot of DLCs, kind of like, you know, ATS and ETS does, and it's got really good graphics. So yeah, I'm sorry I got a little carried away on talking about that. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, Baffles, it probably was a troll. $40,000 in damage? Shit, you should just let the insurance keep that truck and bought a new one, right? Let me see if I can read Baffles' last one. Yeah, for the most part, Baffles, the trolls have been weeded out pretty good. They're not as bad as they used to be. In ETS, it's way worse, in my opinion. Number one, you just got a lot more people over there, and now that there's Facebook pages, channels, whatever you want to call them, that, you know, put up video after video after video of people being trolls and funny stuff. I think people are just doing it just to try to be that 3-second fame, if that makes sense. But they're out there, that's for sure. I think that was a troll, but a little late for reporting anyways. Not late in the day, or you can be. I could report it. I don't know if I'll fool with it. It's a hassle because I had to put it up on. Your best evidence is video evidence. Hence the reason why I record. And heck, if I'm gonna record, might as well stream it, right? So they want video evidence, and you got to put that up on YouTube, and you got to tag it with the time, what time it starts at on the video, and the link and all that garbage. And then you got to fill out a report on top of that. So, and you have to get their player ID. You can't go by their name. Like mine is driver 2685, but I actually have a truck ID number in MP Trucker or Truckers MP. So you have to get that to report them. You can't just report them by name. Yeah, you're right, Highlander. Man, you'll be having a blast. Man, I've had a great night playing. I got on here. I'm on Eastern time zone, so I got on around 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, somewhere around there. Man, I was having a blast here. It is 3:10 in the morning, and some. We'll save the words for somebody else to say, but you know, I don't know if he was trying to ruin it, or maybe his controller died. I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter. But yeah. Trolls can really ruin the game experience. I think that might have been why I quit playing multiplayer for a while, in all honesty. Because it's happened to me on ATS and on ETS. I have videos from both. Yeah, I had one video that I actually saved it. I don't know if I ever reported the person, but they were just parked in the median, and right as I got to them, they pulled right out on me. You know. Bobtailed. So, oh, we got this hill up here. Time to wind her up. But yeah, I get on here to play games and I want to have fun. I don't want to. I really don't want to deal with asshats, more or less, trolls, whatever. I know that Baffles, you probably aren't familiar with it, but I don't know about you, Highlander. World of Warcraft. I have a lot of fun playing that game, and if you play it on a PvP server, you're PvP all the time, and you know it's like a target. You're always a target, and you know I just want to go do quests and do this and do that and have my own little thing. And the last thing I want to deal with is somebody screwing with me. I guess that's why I do better with solo games sometimes, right? So, sorry to ramble on about that. Sorry about that. It happens, though. Alright, we made it to the top without even hitting double nickel. Let's keep rolling. I think we're going to LA with this load. I forgot. I think it's LA. We ain't far anyways. Highlander, I don't think it really matters what age you are. I don't think any of us want to deal with trolls. Oh crap, I didn't buy no fuel, guys. I've got enough, I think, to get where we're going. Yeah, I don't want to deal with trolls. It's one thing to, you know, play a game and have fun, but, you know, and accidents do happen, and I get that. But I think what happened back there was that guy intentionally trolled the other dude, and then I just happened to be a casualty in the process, and then he just kept on with me. But anyhow. Well, Baffles, how's your ride going over there? Smooth trails? Probably no traffic out now with all these idiots at home. Mods on ATS. I don't have any vehicle mods. I used to. I used to run the Freightliner Classic and a couple other ones like that. Right now it's map mods. I've got the Coast to Coast. I've got the, I think it's called Canada Dream. I've got the Mexico, and I think there's 3 different parts of it, if I'm remembering correctly. But don't quote me on that part. I really don't remember. Oh, what site? That's a good question. I'm trying to remember what site I got them off of. I've got 2 sites bookmarked on my computer that I like using. I think I get some of them off of ModHUD. Same place we get FS19 stuff off of. I think I get some of them off of there. But I know there's one that's it's either ATS.net or ATS Mods or American Trucks and Mods. I can't remember exactly what it's called. And there's another one that ends with like an LT at the end. And I'm not sure what the LT is supposed to stand for. I came up that ramp hot. As far as like farm sim mods, the in-game mod HUD, Modland, quite a few places I picked them up from. I pick up a lot of mine from like Facebook, Expendable Modding page. You know, a lot of people are starting to put them on their Facebook groups now. And you'll find them on, you know, like Modland and stuff like that, but I'd rather get it directly from the source, you know. Yeah, Mod Hoster is another one I use. Yeah, Mod Hub. Whoa, brakes. We almost missed our turn, guys, because I was paying attention to chat. Or I almost missed my turn. We didn't miss it. Y'all are probably telling me to pay attention. Alright, let's get this part. We gotta go buy some fuel. Let's see. Yeah, Mod Hub, Mod Hoster. I'll tell you what I can do. Hold on. Let me find my mouse. I'm gonna tab out of the game for just a second here. Alright, for ATS I use atsmods.lt and modsats.com, and that's all I use for that. ETS, I've got ets-2world.com for mods and pro mods. I forgot about pro mods. Farm sim, let's see here. I get a bunch of stuff from places. I got Courseplays website. Well, it's on the GitHub. So GitHub is one. Delta Bravo, Farmer Boys. Papa Smurf is a very good site for getting mods. So. Go forward watching other people. Is it real Itsy Zetsy Fish? Am I saying that correctly? Well, welcome to go from one boredom to probably another one, right? Welcome, man. But yeah, there's quite a few different websites I get those mods from, so just to give you an idea. So complete that out. We need to go get fuel. Oh, let's take it that way to there. Oh. About there. Via there. There we go. Explore new roads while we're at it. Let's go get some fuel. I need to hit a repair shop too. Wait a minute, hold on a second. You know, as stupid as it might sound, it'd be better off just to fast travel to the garage and then we'll run down to Kenworth and repair the truck. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Sorry for the confusion. I'll make my mind up eventually. That way we can avoid dealing with an idiot. Oh, I don't need that brake on no more. Oh, I didn't even look at what my penalty damage was on that run. Did anybody even pay attention? Alright, Fish, I will call you Fish then. Well, welcome to the stream. Hopefully it's not that boring. All day. From 6:30 in the morning. Whew. Man, you really put some miles in, didn't you? Sounds like you've been staying busy with that, that's for sure. Oh, I still got my beacons on. Yeah, sometimes you play this game for too long and it can wear you out, that's for sure. Around. So Fish, are you been playing in single player or multiplayer? What's been your poison, as we'll call it? Oh really? I better stop for this light. There's a truck right there. Alright, intersection's clear. That was a pink light, right? You only stopped for red ones, not pink ones. We were in 8th and then knocked to 9th. I might have to go, just out of curiosity, I might have to go check that once I get to the Kenworth dealer. Fix his truck from that troll. We're at 7% damage now. How do I get 7% damage? I don't know. Probably broke something. You know how these trucks are, man. You just look at them funny and they break. Okay. No, I mean it's cool. However you want to play it, that's cool with me. We all have our own style, right? But yeah, in single player, if you played all day in single player, man, that's rough. Because I'm not sure which is worse, the trolls in multiplayer or the AI traffic. I don't. When I was playing single player the other day, I kept getting stuck behind those charter buses. I kept getting stuck behind them all day long. And it just seemed like every time I turned around I was stuck behind them and couldn't get nowhere, couldn't do nothing. It's like, Jesus Christ. Alright, let's fix this. How bad this guy cost me? $838. Well, if I'd had to pay the whole bill, it's $7,700. Good thing for insurance, right? Alright. Whoa. Alright, I want to save this real fast. I don't remember if I saved it earlier. And I want to just jump out real fast. I want to check our stand-ins real fast. Won't take but a minute. No, not in the company statistics. Companies, ATS. Yeah, dude, we're in 9th right now. We're standing in the 9th in the VTC right now. In ATS, that is. Let's see what we're doing in race miles. I'm already at 20th and I don't see us in race miles. Doesn't really matter anyhow. I've already put some miles in today. Let's see. Let me see what I've done real quick for statistics. Profile. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Hold on, main page. I've done 3,100 miles since I started, which isn't half bad. Yeah, I need to get a wheel, dude. I ain't gonna lie. That's the one thing I really do need to grab is a wheel. I keep saying I'm gonna buy one, but then I don't get around to it. And I'm just now looking at your DM there, Baffles. So that's a little short setup, right? That ain't very long. It's a good looking setup, man. Yeah, I hear you. You hear you, Baffles. Yeah, 48 and a 36. All right. I'm gonna do one more, guys. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna hang my hat. Well, if I'm gonna do a short one, it might as well be a couple then. And those pay good. Or we can go right back to the Dalles, right where we came from. I don't know. I guess I could do this to Oakland, and then maybe I'll get lucky and get one of Spider's loads from Oakland up to Seattle or Tacoma. That wouldn't be bad. Let's do that. Alright, so where the hell is this load at? Oh, my screen did, my chat didn't move. Ah, sorry about that. Thanks, Fish, for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm already here. Thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, sorry took me a second. My chat didn't move when you did that. Alright. That's still one of Spider's loads. I'll be honest with you, Baffles. When I heard it, you know, I'm wearing headphones, but I'm thinking it's like in the living room. I probably should change that to something different other than that gong. I'm sorry, man. I maybe ought to do that. I might change that. Well, at least you know it's there now. Shouldn't scare the crap out of you next time, right? Damn it. I gotta back all the way down under that hole. Alright. It's funny, but it isn't funny. But I'm gonna step away from the computer real quick. Here at these trashy truck stops, there's usually a porta-john somewhere around here, right? So I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'll be back here in just a couple minutes, guys. I won't be too long. So I'm gonna throw this up here for you. You can look at a dancing can for a couple seconds. I'll be back.